Okay, so I mistakenly pressed the stop button. So this is a continuation. So I apologize. But pedophile, okay? So someone is a pedophile, okay? That individual could have the same last name, first name, middle initial, like Alan Alda, um, Chevy Chase, um, Rick, no, that's Moranis. He's a Mick. Um, Charlie Chaplin, Suzanne Summers. Okay. Unhealed childhood wounds. That is definitely part of the reason why someone will be a pedophile. DEA, FBI, psychic investigators, and therapists. One of the reasons why someone, the therapist, the therapist, the therapist. Unhealed childhood wounds. Okay. That's why people do things like that. Again, one of the questions that I go back and forth with, now I don't go back and forth, it's just a conversation within me and amongst my spiritual being light force, okay, is why is it that or what is it that stops one being from being evil and another from not? What is that? So for instance, why am I not out robbing, cheating, lying, stealing, killing? Why am I not out doing that? Why are you not out doing that, I hope? And if you are and you have done that, you're going to get caught. Okay? At least I hope so. I shouldn't say that like it's a guarantee. I hope you get caught. For mine, they are getting caught. There's no doubt about that because they can't do shit with me. They found that out. Okay? They're probably finding it out with you collective. All right? And investigation crew, they're finding out with you. They tried to dupe you, tried to mislead you, send you down rabbit trail. They tried to. Okay? But nope. All right. So we have unhealed childhood wounds. And that is Page of Swords on false siblings. And again, if you do dark shit, you are unhealed. Period, point blank. You can go to church 8 days a week. You can know the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Okay? It won't matter and it don't matter. Why? Because that individual is unhealed. So they could read all they want to. Okay? Do you know what it means to study to show yourself approved? That doesn't mean reading the Bible every day. Do you know what that means to study? That means to study everything. So the Gospel of Thomas. Divine Source gave inspiration for that and gave guidance for that. You need to read that. Study to show yourself approved. Rightly dividing the word of truth. So how do you divide the word of truth if you only use one book and yet there are thousands of books that have been written? Hundreds of books. How do you, reverend, pastor, apostle, minister, senior minister, how do you justify teaching out of only one book when you know for a full-fledged fact that there are other canonical texts out there? How do you justify you sticking to just one book and telling Divine that you don't need the other information that they have given out to their prophets and that over time? How do you justify that? We only need this book. How do you justify that and throw all the other stuff away? Do you realize that you've thrown more away than you've kept? Do you realize that? Vatican, do you realize that? So how do you justify that? Using just one book? I don't know. False siblings, they probably go to church every week. Okay, these names are always out here. Someone could be a CPA. Okay, always out here. Okay, I know one of these names on here who is a CPA. That's why I said that. Okay, so Lincoln, Larry, Lawrence, Lowry. Okay, those names we get. Yeah. And those names come out on both channels, actually. Okay, that is split by. Take a look, collective, NDEA, FBI. Take a look. CIA. Look. Okay, so somebody's a closet lesbian. No wonder they're in this energy. And again, you can live whatever life you want to. But when it's closet, that's when it becomes evil. Okay? In this regard. Okay? Lesbianism or homosexuality is evil. But when you lie about it and deceive others about it, you're compounding things. Okay? Because if you're open about it, then at least you're being honest. Okay? And that is a certain level vibrational frequency. Okay? And it's a high vibrational frequency. Honesty is a high vibrational frequency. Okay? Even if what you're doing, divine doesn't condone. And no, divine doesn't condone homosexuality and lesbianism, just FYI. Okay, in case you were ever wondering. All right? Oh, someone's claustrophobic. Okay? Small spaces, don't get arrested. You claustrophobic, you better stay your ass out of jail and stop doing karmic shit. All right. There we go. And that is split by the Nine of Wands. Okay? That confident spirit energy. Okay? Investigators, in regards to one of your cases or more, take a look. It could be that way. Okay? Whatever that is for you as you're watching this. Oh, put that down. Okay. So claustrophobic and 3 houses down. Okay. So someone could be I'm getting this. Someone could be hiding. But they're not far away from where they live. Or, where their home of record is. You know what I mean? So they're hiding at a friend's house. Or they may have fled, but they didn't flee the country or the state. They're a couple doors down hiding out or something. That sort of thing. Okay? So for something, less is more at this time, collective. Okay? This could be anything. Again, eating, social media, smoking, drinking, any other substances that you consume at all, liquid, solids, whatever. Okay? Less is more. All right? At this time. Okay? Oh, thank you, Divine. Less is more. Check this out. So less is more at this time, collective, with your money. Check that out. Less is more. So divine is blessing you and making it go far. That square, that light reflection. You see that? I don't know if that comes through the camera. I'm guessing it does. Right? Less is more at this time. Okay? So divine is multiplying the seeds that you have. Okay? So, what you got this week, divine is helping you stretch it out. You have to follow instruction though. Okay? I've made money mistakes. You have probably made money mistakes. Okay? Not many, money. Okay? All right. So we have rhodonite. Okay? We have rhodonite. That is between less is more at this time and Celeste, Sicilian, and Cicero. Take a look. DEA, FBI, collective. Take a look. Okay? All right. So you got those names, places. Yeah. Okay. Or could be Sicilian. Someone could be Sicilian, right? Next, we have Florence. So Florence, Flo Joe. Let's look up her information. Florence Griffin Joyner. Let's look up her information. Let's look that up. Okay, Flo Joe's here. Spirit Flo Joe. Queen of Swords. Okay. She was a Queen of Swords on the track. She was a Queen of Swords on the track. She was smoking women, boy. True story. Okay. She's definitely some type of star seed. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. And of course, there was an untimely passing of her, right? Yeah. Okay. 441 212 222 331. If you see, then you know you are in the show. Don't try to deny it. Divine said you are the shit. Don't cry now. Karmics, you are about to be with. You know who in that cell you can get or the cat you want. And I don't need to rhyme, but there you go. Okay, and that's for my karmics. They get to get all the cat they want. Okay. So yeah, so let's look up Florence Griffin Joyner. Let's get some synchronicities here for her for some for resonation. While I'm waiting on that, what was I going to do? Oh, we have these names. Oh, and that's actually the next card. Okay, so take a look. Juliana, Gianna, and Georgia. Okay, DA, FBI, collective. Take a look. Okay. All right, so let's take a look here. Okay, so born Sagittarius. And December 21st. Oh, so she's actually a cusp, actually. She's a Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. Okay. Past, ooh, we're coming up on it. 921. Giving honor to Flojo. Okay. Florence Dolores with a Z. Dolores, not S. Okay. Griffith Joyner, also known as Flojo, was an American track and field athlete and the fastest woman ever recorded. That record still stands. She was married to Al Joyner, so Al, Joy, Tom Joyner. Okay, Tom Joyner Morning Show, Tom. Okay. 1984 gold medalist in the triple jump. Al was. Okay. All right. So it could be something about 1984. He was also her coach and husband during her success as a 4-time Olympic medalist. Born in Los Angeles, California, 1959, 95, 59. Resonates for some reason. 89 or 98. Okay. 38 years old when she passed. 38. 38. Wow. Her parents are Robert and Florence. Oh, she's named after her mother. So there could be something like that where someone, in your situation or DEA, FBI investigations, you're seeing, it was 1440 on the video time. I haven't looked up at the video timer the entire time. 1440. Okay. It is currently 10:53. Okay, 88 Summer Olympics. She won the women's 100. 84 Summer Olympics, women's 200 meters. 88 Olympics, women's 200 meters. Okay. And she has one child, Mary Ruth Joyner. Okay. Those are old names for someone who to be. Those are Mary Ruth. That's very. It has to be named after like her mother or something like that. It has to be like some sort of like tradition or like some family history behind that. All right. So there's FloJo. Okay. Thank you, FloJo, for your energy. We continue to honor you here on Earth. Even dark people. You know, and I say dark people, karmic whatever's. You know. Yeah. You continue to be honored here and celebrated here. And then we got Florida on the back, even though this is the card that actually, this is the face that actually came out, which is germs. Okay. But it's interesting that we're talking about Flo, and Florida comes out with Florence. But we got germs. Okay. So something's nasty. Okay. Something's nasty. Secret society murdered her. We know. Okay. And that germs. Okay, so something's dirty. Okay. Unclean. Okay. There's that. Their mouths are, their deeds are, their choices, all their actions. Angel number 1551, hold your vision. And I think I said 11 when I looked at this. I meant 12. I said 11 though, I think. I think I was saying 11. I was saying 11 for a reason. All right. So this says, focus on the good and maintain your consistent. Oh, the card is bent. It's broken. See, look. It's cracked, right? Broken right there. Cracked, broken. Concentrated on the outcome you desire. So concentrate on the outcome you desire, collective. Okay. It's time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You have such a beautiful and courageous and brave spirit. Do it, collective. Do it. They said you couldn't. They said you wouldn't rise. And yet you rise. They said you couldn't, and yet you rise. Thank you, Maya Angelou. Okay. Yes, all right. Next angel number card we have is clarity. Okay. Someone could use Claritin. Okay. Or deal with allergies. Okay. All right. So it says, you aren't a victim of circumstances. Rather, you are a beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will see yourself, you will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to the shifts. Okay. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Something was coming to me at the moment. Oh, do you know a good perspective to take on this? If you have been a victim of much of what the collective empaths are speaking of on YouTube or anywhere else, okay? There are many of us who were sent in, and I don't like the thought of it, but I like the outcome and the reason for it. There are many of us who were sent in to the lives of others to awaken them. Okay? And then there are cases where we were sent in and we were the bait for their karma. Okay? I haven't said it in a while, but I show up in a person's life. Right now, I am connected to no one as far as friendships or associates or any. I am completely free Okay. I have no saved personal phone numbers in my phone. I haven't in a while. I have no connection to humans today, like directly, like to me, like none, none. Everything, every day is a great exploration. And let's see what happens today. Let's see who I meet today. Let's see what animals come up to me today. Let's see, right? I was sitting outside at this hotel. I'll show you this name. I was sitting outside at this hotel earlier today, and a dog came over. There are a lot of just here in Malaysia, which is something that I've noticed even in Thailand. There are, well, I assume they're stray dogs. They're probably not stray dogs. They're probably just looking for food. They probably know exactly where they live. But and it could be something about that. But this is a dog, black dog, walking right through the parking lot, and I was sitting out, and he walks, or it was actually a female. She walks, and she may have just had, she may have just had puppies. Ooh, she may have just had puppies, probably. 21:27 on the video timer, and so she's walking, and I'm looking at her. I see her from a little ways away, right? Walking, and collective. Some of what I share, it might sound bizarre, because for most it probably would be bizarre, because most people, it's been a long time since man, as woman and man, has experienced, or been at, I shouldn't say experienced, been at the level of frequency that attracts these things. That it may sound a little bizarre to some of you, but this dog was walking, and it just stopped. Literally, it got right in front of me. And again, I'm sitting on like the walk, like the raised up walkway, whatever, right? Step kind of place. And this dog is walking in the parking lot. It stops and it sits there. She stops and she just sits there on her hind legs, and she just looks at me for a minute. She was walking and she just stops right in front of, and just looks. And then goes on her way. And that's exactly what happened. Again, Malaysia, just the video, the short that I posted with the dog, right? With the dog a couple of months ago, 3 months ago or something, with the dog, the short that I posted on Esoteric Guidance. It's just, but that's the way that the universe, that's the way that Gaia wants to give to us. That's the way that Divine Source wants us to align with the universe and with them and with the Galactic Federation and Sanhedrin Council. And this is the reason why Divine wants us to connect, so that we can get back to experiencing the magic in everyday life. Everything doesn't need to be planned. Okay? Now, if you work, you got some 9 to 5, you need to, right? But not every day. Don't plan your Saturday if you don't have to, just wake up and be like, Divine, what should I do today? Go for a swim. I don't have a pool. Go to the beach. You know what I mean? Just whatever. Don't have to plan everything. Okay? So there's something about spontaneity. Listen to subliminal messages. Okay? Things are always working out for me. I am stronger than they thought. I am as strong as I thought I was. I am not stronger than I thought I was. I am as strong as I know I am. Okay? The High Priestess, listen to some, yeah, so there you go. You raise your vibration. Get to High Priestess status, okay? By listening to subliminal messages that encourage you and uplift your energy and your spirit. Your husband is in another sexual relationship. I really do feel like that this has something to do with the investigators, police officers, DEA, I feel like this has something to do with one of them. Okay? Could be more than one of you, but at least one. Okay? All right. So, or it could be something that happened in the past and you've already walked away from that situation. Last card. Abuela. Okay, that's grandmother in Spanish, I believe. Let me check and see. It might not be, I don't know. Yep, grandmother. Okay, I thought so. Okay, so abuela, there's something about a grandmother. Okay. So someone's way too old to be doing all this. Someone is way past their prime to be doing all this. They can't even outrun the police officer. You know what I mean? On foot. The fat one. You can't even outrun them. What are you doing? Grandmother, Nana, Grammy, Grams. What are you doing? President Donald Trump knows about you too. So we have Elon Musk and Donald Trump, President Donald Trump coming out here. I respect him. Okay. Because of his position. Okay. I don't know him. So I can't say I respect him like on a personal level or anything, but he's the president of the United States and the commander-in-chief of the United States military. So yeah, I respect him. I served 8 years. Yeah, I respect him. Right? Because of his position. It's not personal. I don't know him. Right? All right. So, again, Elon Musk and Donald Trump came out here, and Elon Musk came out here twice. That's a first. He's come out, but not twice in one reading. Okay? So there we go, collective. All right? So we have those, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of randoms as usual, and we're going to go ahead and get going out of here. Again, this is the last 28 minutes or so, okay, of the video that cut off. Government cult, drastic changes, okay, drastic changes are coming, drastic changes are being made. That's why they're busting all these church leaders and sect cults and all of that. That's why it's happening, okay? That's why it's happening. Why? Right here, okay? Because of government cults. Drastic changes are coming. Hallelujah. Great Lakes. So there could be something about the Great Lakes. Great Lakes, yeah, in the U.S. Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. Yeah, those. Spring. Okay. These lakes are about to be frozen. They're getting ready to go into another 6 months of frozen winter up in those states, right? So spring, okay? So something could be happening in the spring. Job, union, New York City. Oprah Winfrey is involved in witchcraft. Y'all better know it. Y'all better know it and stop supporting that. Let me be nice. Let me be nice and not, let me just be nice and not, yeah, okay? Because my job is not to bash people, okay? My job is to tell the truth about them and about me, okay? But yes, Oprah Winfrey is involved in witchcraft, okay? Yes, she's a part of the whole, yeah, okay. Y'all know who she hang out with more than me because I don't pay attention to entertainment news and all. I don't watch any of that. I don't keep up with that stuff. Y'all know who she hang out with. He is a narc. Okay? And paparazzi vibes. Paparazzi. Okay? So paparazzi vibes, we got the star that came out. So some of you could be walking into the red carpet event looking like woo. Okay? Looking like woo. As you can see, I'm in very, and I've been fasting, so that's just elevating my energy, and a lot of water. I've been drinking a lot of water. Malaysia is a lot hotter than, well, maybe not a lot, but Malaysia is hotter than Thailand. Malaysia is closer to the equator. Yeah, I noticed it immediately when I got here from Thailand. I was like, wow, yeah, Malaysia's hotter than, yeah, right? So there you go. Also, I was in Phuket, so I was by the beach. Here, I am not. So that makes a difference too with the breeze and all that sort of thing. So here you go. Okay. These names, James, Jacob, Jocelyn. It could be Jacoby. Okay, a Y in parentheses. Investigators, could be. Which side was this on? Oh, I don't know. I'll read both. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Okay. It is. Okay. We're not talking about Azazel. And if you know the movie, you know. Okay. We're not talking about Azazel. Hey, Lieutenant Joe Kenda. What's up? He uses his intuition, boy. Solved 500 crimes, 500 murders or something like that in his career. He uses his intuition, boy. Thanks, Lieutenant Joe Kenda. Okay. This could be a lieutenant that's coming in to bring you information, collective. Lieutenant could be watching this video. Okay. You could be subscribed to the Real Psychic Investigators or Esoteric Guidance, or you're not, you just watch. Okay. So Polk County, that is a county in Florida. There's other Polk counties. So again, as it resonates. Okay. And we have a lieutenant who's doing their job. CIA, thank you so much for all that you do. Oh, so we have Joe and Joseph. Check that out. And now we're looking at India that came out yesterday, I think. Okay. Someone thinks you're. Okay. India, or you are. And you know it. And I know it. Right. And I don't carry myself like that. Okay? I don't. Yeah. I am very unassuming. That's why they thought they can get away with the stuff that they did. Okay, India, Joseph, Joe, Joey, Josephine. All right, couple more divine. Ponzi scheme. Nicholas, Nick, Nikki. Okay. Nicholas, Nicolette. Okay. Could be something about someone you worked with a long time ago. Could be something about someone you worked with a long time ago. Like confirmation. Like maybe even in another state that you lived in at that time and you don't even live in that state anymore. Like there could be something about an employee collective that you worked with a long time ago. Like 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago, you could have worked with someone. Okay? Yeah. Nick Cannon. Okay, there might be something about a cannon. So, the ladies watching this video, if you are celibate and you keep your stuff clean, guess what? You got it. Okay, you could be a Master Builder 11 too with your healing cat. All right, you got it. Okay, don't flaunt it. James and 60s kids. So someone's born in the 60s, okay, or someone's in their 60s and they're immature. All right, collective. Thank you so much as always for tuning in. My name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial, esoteric, light being, light worker. I am a descendant of Yeshua. And spiritually, I am seated second seat to the right of Most High. Spiritually, that is where I sit. Okay? That's where my seat is. Thank you so much. Collective investigators, thank you so much for all of the work that you do. Again, in bringing about justice to whoever it is, and it have nothing to do with this that I just mentioned, during this hour and a half or whatever today, right? But whatever justices that you're bringing about, thank you so much, in whatever capacity that is. You could be the security guard to stop someone from stealing. That's justice. Whatever you do, as far as justice is concerned, to bring it about, thank you. All right. As always, be encouraged and tune in again soon.